water tower issue. That will not be heard tonight.
I don't think
It
we
will
can
be
hear you.
heard January 23rd. So they've requested it be delayed until that time. So at this time, and so if you're here for that, you feel free to leave, or if you'd like to go to election school next door, you could do that too. So I'll call this regular joint meeting of the Minnehaha County and the Sioux Falls Planning Commissions, and we'll begin with a few introductory comments. As a courtesy to everyone tonight, make sure your cell phones are turned off. The two planning commissions work together on land use and zoning matters within the rural areas surrounding the city. This area is displayed on the screen. After information and testimony is presented on the agenda item, the members will discuss the matter, and then each planning commission will vote independently to arrive at a decision. When the joint agenda is completed, the planning commission will adjourn, and the meeting will continue as the county planning commission considers items beyond the joint zoning jurisdiction. Any final action taken on the conditional use permit request will take effect 5 working days following this meeting, unless a written appeal of tonight's decision is filed with the county planning office by Monday, October 31st at 5 p.m. In the event of an appeal, the decision will be referred to the the Joint County Commission and City Council hearing on Tuesday, November 22nd at 5 p.m. Is there a motion to approve the September 26th Joint Planning Commission minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
On this,
A motion to approve?
Second?
have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes pass on the city side.
All right, thank you. There are no consent items, so we will move directly to the regular agenda. Is there a motion to approve the regular agenda?
So moved.
Second?
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
On the city side, I need a motion for,
Make a
Regular
motion
agenda.
to approve the regular agenda?
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Regular agenda is approved on the city side.
Okay, thank you. The following hearing procedure will be used. I will request planning staff to present a report on the item. Anyone in the audience wishing to address the item shall be recognized by the chairman. Move to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and the planning commission will then discuss the matter and take appropriate action. So, we got item number 2, a conditional use permit, 1674.
Good evening, Commission. David Heinold, Minnehaha County Planning Department. Conditional use permit 16-74 is to exceed 1,200 square feet of accessory building area. And we received from the applicant or the applicant's representative, and it's noted in the staff report, a deferral request. So one of the things that we're going to be recommending tonight is a 30-day deferral until next month in order for the applicant to produce a site plan that is appropriate to the needs, because what was provided didn't accommodate the concerns of what the city had as well as other parties. So the recommendation is acknowledging and fixing the, staff doesn't recommend a deferral, but it's recommending acknowledging the deferral of conditional use permit 16-74 for 30 days to the November meeting, Planning Commission.
November
on 28th.
November 28th, okay. All right, so we just need to make a motion to that effect.
I'll make a motion to defer until November 28th.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign.
On the city side, you need a motion for deferral.
Move to approve, or move to defer item number 2.
Second?
A motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Deferral is approved on the city side.
Okay, thank you, David. Anything new for the joint meeting? Another item, go ahead.
Public hearing.
That's right, public hearing. Skipped over that. For this hearing.
Commission members, you're getting a handout right now, kind of the slides, so you can get a little closer look of it. I know some of you haven't seen it enough, others have seen it more than a couple times. So, Albert Schmidt, City of Sioux Falls Planning Department. I'm going to go through this presentation. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I'll make it fairly brief. But so this is a 24T update. It's an update to our 2035 comprehensive plan. This summary is kind of the reasoning behind why we have comprehensive plan. Basically, it's required by South Dakota state law. We utilize it for our joint jurisdiction area as well as inside the city limits of Sioux Falls. Our goals did not change for this minor update from the last one. So they continue to remain, manage growth, plan neighborhoods, and improve the sustainability of the community. The updates overall that we did on this were mainly demographic. So we updated our population estimates. We updated our future land use map to reflect the changes in the actual planning that was happening. And we implemented the facilities as they came through and updated it that way, such as the event center, the pool, those kind of things. Timeline-wise, this one's a little different on the screen than in yours, but I've just updated it to show all the upcoming meetings that we have with the individual communities around the city of Sioux Falls for joint jurisdiction areas. Otherwise, you can see the public input we had in May, then we went to city council, got approval that route, and also went through the previous planning commission for inside city limits and now the outside city limits in the joint jurisdiction areas. Mentioned demographics were the main change. So this represents one of our many exhibits that did change. As you can see, the earlier version, the top one, went out to 2035. Our median population estimate for the city of Sioux Falls was 200,000 people, and that has now changed. Same year, in the new update, we put it at 233. So we estimated down due to the recession and those kind of things. But we've also pushed it out to 2040 to keep the timeline the same. Future land use map, as you can see, the one on the left is the old one, the one on the right is the new one. I'll zoom in for you to give you a little better, closer look at that. Again, the main differences that we did here, you won't notice any change in the regional employment centers of those areas, but the west side corridor is no longer planned for implementation. And so that has been removed from the new map, and those nodes, those employment centers, have been shifted accordingly to the new T. Ellis Road, kind of a north-south main road that will become, as well as we implemented some of the internal areas where we were making recommendations on prior. Next one, we have a few maps, but this is the main one of the three that combines sewer, roads, and water infrastructure, and shows you the growth area of where we think we're going to grow and what kind of timed system what tier you're going to be in. As you can see, the one on the left is the previous version. We're moving to the one on the right. Not a whole lot of change really in there. We have implemented then the joint jurisdiction boundary, approximate location of that at this point for our recommendation currently. So tonight, we are looking for a recommendation for approval to the County Commission joint meeting for approval in the area identified as letter C in the map above, which is the blue and the dark brown inside the Minnehaha County area, but outside the city limits of Sioux Falls.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
Mr.
Yes,
Chair?
go ahead.
Okay, so this is, just so I'm clear and following on this new area, it looks to me like that's north on County 115. I'm just trying to get a little bit of bearings about where exactly, where that is, if you can, where this new land use area is, if you can give me
So
some.
which land use are you referring to? The joint jurisdiction stuff or the,
The
'cause-
C, it looks like.
you talking
Am
about?
I
Area C.
interpreting this correctly, that we're adding a section C to the joint jurisdiction?
That's just the area that we're approving. I divided it up for my different presentations, although one of my letters moved on me actually, sorry. So I've been doing this presentation for say Sioux Falls, the Lincoln Sioux Falls joint area, and now the Minnehaha Sioux Falls joint area. And so I was just trying to make it fairly straightforward. So C is
C is
changing
all the
minorly,
light
but it's
blue, right? All
C
of
is the
light
blue and the dark area in the blue, yeah.
So that area up there where this actual letter is, Becky, that's between the interstate and 115,
Correct.
otherwise known as floodplain.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was clear about what area.
Sure. And I don't believe that area is changing at all from the update to this one.
It actually looks north of the interstate.
North of
C is
90,
north.
east of 29.
If you look over at the annexed area, the little peninsula on the top there, that's Foundation Park. So that's all north of 90. And so that kind of gives you a little line where you're at.
And is Highway 100, is that in here?
It is.
Could you,
Yeah, go back here. So you can see starting at 90 on the right-hand side, we still have it in there. Oh, sorry.
You'd
We
be
still
able
have it
to-
going up here with a sub-regional employment center going down, still going through Veterans Parkway, then we'll curve and
Okay.
connect over at that T exit. So that is still planned, and so we're still showing it.
And then you said that T. Ellis Road is gonna be a major artery on the west side then?
It'll be our new major north-south artery, yes.
Instead of Highway 100.
Yes, instead of the west side corridor. That's no longer in the state's plan and fiscally in there, so we're just getting rid of it because it's not likely to happen.
Okay. Any other questions?
how much growth do you anticipate to the north, like with Renner, Crooks, going up?
Most of our growth will be mainly in the south, southeast, and west rather than the north. There'll be some growth to the north over the next 30 years, but a majority of it will be down in those areas.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Do we have a recommendation?
Yes.
Is that what we're supposed to do here?
Well, this is a public hearing, so you're gonna need to make sure we ask.
Okay,
anyone-
anyone in the audience care to address this issue? Okay, seeing none. Commissioner Barth, you had a comment?
I'll be listening to it again as a county commissioner. So why don't you guys tell me what the planning commission thinks?
Okay. Okay, any discussion, questions?
All right, I'll kick it off here. Let's make a motion to send it on to the county commission.
Okay. We have a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to send this on to the county commission. Any further discussion? Does this expand, the only question I would have, does this expand the 3-mile reciprocity out further?
This doesn't affect that because that part will go from the
Until
city
the-
limits if you were.
Okay, city
We don't
limits.
usually utilize the 3-mile of availability of us. Typically, we do our planning and our joint jurisdiction is the same area. And when you look at our projected line, that's within 3 miles for all of it. And we also run into, those other communities. So we try to work with everybody to make sure that.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to forward to the county commission. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
City side, we're looking for a recommendation for approval.
Move to advance to the county commission. Or, sorry, joint county, city.
Joint.
Second?
Got a motion and a second for recommendation of approval. All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, same sign. Recommendation for approval passes on the city side.
Okay. That concludes our business with the city.
I need a motion for
Motion to
adjournment.
adjourn. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned on the city side.
Okay, while they leave, then we'll have the Del Rapids come up, please. Next.